A rocky first half of 2025 to say the least, but tonight a new chapter begins for Gateshead FC as the club begins to move forward. Yes, good evening everyone and welcome to a new video on the channel. It is Tuesday the 8th of July 2025 and tonight the Heat are back and we are heading to the Hebburn Sports Ground for the annual fixture between Hebburn Town and Gateshead in a friendly. Now on Saturday of course I did say that I probably wasn't really going to be doing any more friendlies, but I'll get onto all that once we get up there. But for now, let's just get into this roll travel montage. So here I'm in Hebburn. I know I said at the end of Saturday's video that I probably wasn't going to be doing many more pre-season games, but I think after thinking about it a little bit, I probably will just stick to Gateshead and maybe Motherwell pre-season friendlies from now on. Obviously looking ahead to future years, etc., because at least with the Heat and with the Well as well, at least you're like remotely engaged with it. Obviously you're looking at how the team's taking shape, if there's any trials that stand out, any younger players that could potentially burst on the scene and that kind of thing. And as well, it's obviously it's a chance to catch up with your mates and just watch your own team without sort of the stresses of a game in the league or a cup or something like that. But anyway, last season Hebburn finished in 14th place in the Northern Premier League Premier Division. They were absolutely flying around Christmas time. I think they were up in and around the playoffs, but their form kind of tailed off in the new year. I think only 3 wins between January the 1st and the end of the season, but all the same I think it will go down as a successful season for them last year. I don't think it really needed to be sort of anything too extravagant. Just keep your heads above water. Obviously it was the first ever year at that particular level, so I think all in all they did all right in the end. I think maybe the fact that obviously they did have a pretty rough patch of form it might not feel that way, but I think when they look back, they did what they needed to do for all last season, and I guess the big question this year is can they kick on a little bit more, and it will provide a good test for us tonight, I think. And we obviously finished in 8th place last season, just missing out on the playoffs on the final day of the season, but it's been a pretty turbulent 2025 on and off the pitch for Gateshead FC. Obviously the form at the back end of last season was nowhere near good enough. I mean, regardless of obviously the things we have found out since, I mean, some of the performances just quite simply were not acceptable, but I think obviously it can't be ignored that what was happening kind of behind the scenes did take its toll. Obviously what we heard with the proposed takeover of Victor and Ichibi, which eventually fell through, the sort of rumours that players weren't being paid and that kind of thing. It was just an absolute shambles from top to bottom. But I think what you can see going into this season is the people that are like running the show now are sort of doing everything within their power to make the club a respectable business again. Because that's what football is. It is a business, as much as fans we like to deny that. It's like everyone knows, like we're on a pretty tight budget this year, and that has been reflected in some of the decisions that have been made. Obviously, Alan Armstrong is now the first team manager, and this is of course his first game tonight. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of style we adopt under him. I mean, not that at this stage of pre-season, like I think at this stage it's a bit more about like getting the minutes in, then maybe towards the back end of pre-season, like the games against Spennymoor and that lot, it will be a bit more of the tactical side of it, and sort of leaning towards who will be starting in the all-important first game of the new league season. But I'm not panicking just yet, I must say. I know one or two are a bit concerned that we have only got 19 players on the books, I believe it is at this moment in time. Of course, we did get the news this morning that the FIFA registration ban has now been lifted, which is obviously very good news. It does mean that we can put that whole thing behind us now, and obviously we have had a couple of incomings so far. Obviously David Ferguson, who was at Hartlepool for a good few years, has also had spells at York and Darlington, among others as well. Obviously Callum Johnson arrived yesterday, was at Bradford City last season, absolute wealth of EFL experience, so I'm excited to have him at the club. I just hope he can stay fit above all else, but no doubt there'll be a few trialists and that kind of thing on display this evening. Will one or two of them catch eye? Obviously we'll find out in due course, but it's nice to be back watching a Heed, and hopefully this will whet the appetite a little bit ahead of that all-important fixture release tomorrow. So let's head on down to the Hebburn Sports Ground and find out how it all unfolds. So the teams are out warming up at Hebburn and getting ready in front of us. I think going to be in the yellow and black combination this evening, and Gateshead are getting ready in distance. I think we're going to be in the new away strip, which of course you'll see when the players are coming out and ready to start the match.
You well know.
Sorry. Our underway. Come on, Frankie. Come on, Frankie. Okay, keep it in. Okay. Go on. Oh! Okay. Go on. Yeah!
Two people on you and you still did it.
We're gonna win the league. We're gonna win the league.
You've done that before. Go on. Oh, lucky Lord, look at it.
Go on.
Go on, shoot.
Yeah! Always rated him. Half-time, Hebburn Town 0, Gateshead 2. In terms of the game itself, we have taken a large element of control. I think I can't really recall Hebburn having any chance of real note. Granted, I've been barely able to see what's been going on at the other end with the way that sun was. But I think all in all, in terms of application, commitment, and that kind of thing, I really can't fault anyone, to be honest. I think a couple of standout performances for me from that first half. I think David Ferguson looks the part. It was a good ball in for the first goal. Tim Akinol has been absolutely exceptional in that first half. I thought won absolutely every midfield battle, got us moving. Kane Doms looked pretty sharp defensively. I think the fact that obviously we've limited Hebburn to absolutely nothing at all, I think that is kind of everything you need to know about our defensive display so far. It has been pretty good. All in all, I mean, yes, I'm not going to jump to any conclusions as to how I might do in the league. It is only the first friendly of the summer. We are changing the whole team around for the second half by the looks of things, as you'd expect in the early stages of pre-season. But as far as that first half goes, don't really think you can have any complaints at all. You ordered. I've just got a home on so far. Who are defending that? Space. Yeah! Members. Oh, someone's winning. That's on the road there. I didn't hit my shot. He said again, now he's going to get another one here. Yeah, he has.
Oh, well, my rest!
I don't think he deserves it at all. He's got to.
Full-time Hebburn Town 0, Gateshead 4. Hopefully that's put one or two minds at ease as to how we might look as a team, style of play, that kind of thing this year, because I thought all in all tonight there was some really nice stuff played, and some really well worked and well taken goals as well. So all in all, you really can't complain at that tonight. I know that this time of year you've just got to take the result side of things with a little bit of a pinch of salt, but in terms of the run out that the players got, there was a lot of players there that looked pretty sharp, to say that it was only the first game of pre-season, and I think in terms of their overall performance levels, I think they can take maybe a lot of confidence from that, and it was pleasing in both the first and the second half to see to see absolutely everyone putting a pretty decent amount of effort in. I think at this stage of pre-season, you can maybe be forgiven for not being fully there in terms of your fitness and that kind of thing. But all in all, it was as I said, a really positive first night under Alan Armstrong. Obviously, as pre-season progresses, obviously like the sort of sides that there'll be maybe more and more players will start getting 60 minutes, 75 minutes, and maybe a full 90 and that kind of thing as we go on. But I think in terms of the game, first half they were in total control. Like Hebburn didn't really get near us. Second half, I think obviously Pete Jameson came on in the second half. Obviously he has joined the club. I know he's joined the club and gone back out on loan to Darlington, but he did play in the second half for us tonight. And I think he probably was tested a few more times than what Tiernan Brooks was in the entire time that he was on. But nevertheless, it's a win. It's a clean sheet. It's 4 goals in the bank, and I don't think there was any injuries, or at least I hope there wasn't anyway. That'd just be bloody typical of us, wouldn't it? Obviously, last season before, and season before that have just been absolutely ridiculous. There was a sort of ridiculous amount of injuries. So hopefully this time around we can at least have a bit more luck on that front. But I like where we're at so far, I've got to say. Obviously, still a month or so to go before the season starts proper, but one step at a time, and that is for me a step in the right direction. But that is that for this video, and I'll be back tomorrow with my reaction to the National League fixtures, which of course come out. So a lot of big questions asked. Will be asked of when we'll be going certain places. Some very, very long journeys to come throughout the course of this season, but I guess the big question is, where will we start, where will we finish, who will we be playing over Christmas? It'll all be revealed tomorrow. So until then, take care, cheers for watching, see you later.